From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends, produced by Michael Leonetti. Sandy Kastel has been entertaining audiences for years on stage, screen, radio, and television. And for the next 60 minutes, she'll be talking with local and international performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more, with special features like women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael, where you can learn how to cook Italian style for your family and friends. Our special guests today are author, success strategist, entrepreneur, author, coach, radio show host, Suzanne Streisauser, who's going to be calling in a little bit, famous pro stock racing drag racer, Mark Yu. Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Hi there. How you doing?
And Hotel General Manager, Marketing Director, Ron Garrett. Hi, Ron.
Good morning. Good morning, Sandy.
How you doing?
Very well.
And also we have Michael. You have a guest over there.
Tommy Tigger, my buddy. What's up, T-Bird?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Look at the camera, Tom. Say wave. Don't be afraid. Look at it. I love me and Tommy go back. Tommy's with the Catholic Charities. He's going to talk about some wonderful things. We got Bob Massey's book. We got some great gifts to give away. Bob is one of the great attorneys in Las Vegas. You know, and what's the title of that book, honey? Because I can't see.
The book says people get screwed all the time.
Right. They get, and that's the truth. They really do. And it's the guys like him that try to help people out. So we got 3 books from him that we're going to give our callers. And we got some beautiful T-shirts, right, Tom?
Yes, sir.
That we're giving away as gifts from Catholic Charities. So today's show is going to be magnificent. So, lady, don't touch that dial or I'll send my cousin Guido to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Uh-oh. We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
So, Chef Michael,
Yes, my
are you
love.
going to start off with a recipe for us this morning?
Yeah, I like to sing a song first called Dudida Jalaboya.
Sing a song?
Diddy Stabo
I didn't say sing a song. I said a recipe.
I can't get a word in. What the hell's going on around here? Well, we're very excited. Yeah, yesterday, first of all, we all like to thank everybody for calling us. And we're sorry, folks. We are very sorry that we did the remote out of our house. We're sorry.
So
sorry. So anyway, we want to say we're sorry that we did the video out of the house, the estate, and I made a country gravy. But apparently the people that were listening in didn't. There was an echo chamber. They couldn't hear it.
There was some static.
There was some
echo.
static.
So we're going to get John to get the. You're going to get the sound off of the video that you did at the house, and then you will give that to John.
So, Sandy, are we
Lindquist.
done doing that? Or Monday you're still going to do it? We'll just come to the studio.
Yeah, we're going to do it here. You're going to bring all your stuff here, and you're going to cook right here in the studio.
I will tell them.
If they would let us.
But we had a great time. Yeah, Tommy, you can. So, you know, since we have our Mr. Garrett that's here, and he's an entrepreneur.
Yes.
In Italian cuisine. Now, I want to ask him what his paese is.
My paese?
Yeah.
Can I say it on the radio?
Sure you can. But the paese means for those people from back east, and I know he's a special friend of Tony Sakis.
That's right.
Who's a special friend of mine for 50 years.
And then you guys grew up on the same streets.
Yeah, me and Tony.
Back in South Philadelphia.
I was 10 years old, and my grandfather,
12th and more,
brought me into his house. I was 10. I'm 62. All right, I was 10 years old. So I went to Tony, and they said, you got to watch this kid play the drums. And it was me. And Tony's brother, and they would sit down, and I got behind the drum set, and we would play. So what paese means in Italian is what part of Italy is your family from?
Well, my mother was born in Naples in 1917, and my dad was born in Trapani, Sicily in 1912.
Okay.
But
Where's
Trapani is on the northwest coast of Sicily, about 110 miles west
so you've
of
got
Palermo.
the north and the south.
No, Naples is southern Italy.
Oh, it is still southern?
But there's a big difference between the two cultures, and my mother and father used to fight all the time. My mother says that my father, because he was Sicilian, wasn't a real Italian. And that used to be the debate.
Oh, my gosh.
And then they'd make different kinds of sauce. My father put onions in the tomato sauce, and I don't like onions, so I like the Napolitan style better than the Sicilian style sauce.
Right, and it's funny that we say that is because, you know, we were all Italian, you know, and we would go, I'd go to Tony's house, you know, we were kids, and his mother, his father was a butcher. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
His old man, God rest his soul, his father was a butcher. And, when you were like a butcher back east in the 60s, like you were like wealthy because you had like brajol. I mean, you had some great stuff. And my family was in the undertaker business in Florida. So we were okay. But our kids in our neighborhood, we used to have scooters. You don't remember the scooter, Sandy, because I'm a lot older than you. We used to get a 2x4.
I saw them in movies.
We used to get a 2x4, okay, and we would cut that 2x4 in half, and we used to get the old roller skates. Remember the metal roller skates? And we'd break them apart.
Oh,
we break one roller skate apart.
The
back one would go in the back, and we would nail it, and then the front would go in the front, and then we would get a Coca-Cola box. He's smiling. He
remembers.
I was there.
Remember? And I had like we used to go. They used to have like a Coca-Cola. We used to get all the bottle caps, and we would nail them, and we would design them. And man, we'd get down there and we'd scoot. We'd go to Broad Street in Philadelphia. We'd go all over the place. What bicycles? Are you nuts?
Bicycles. We
had scooters. Nobody had bicycles them days.
Well, I think you must, Mark. You must have turned yours though into a cycle, right? Into a motorcycle.
Well, motorcycles. Yeah, that's always been a passion and always been a part of my life.
So you and your brother have had a history in drag racing, and also you have your own shop here in town.
Well, we have a store in Vegas here. It's been open for 26 months. A store in Las Vegas on South Decatur and I-215. And then we have our store in Reno that's been open since 1997. But my brother and I have been partners for 43 years now, so we've gone through a lot.
So now you've got a special treat coming up soon. You're going to be on the Ponds, what is it?
Gotta say it right, Sandy.
I can't even get it right. The Pawn Stars.
Pawn.
They are
Pawn.
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 Oh, Pawn.
Pawn, yeah.
We know the other way to pronounce it, yeah.
Pawn.
Actually, what are you going to do on the Pawn Stars?
Well, Rick Harrison and the Pawn Stars have, with the help from Triumph Motorcycles and Freedom Cycles, our store, we're for the Nevada Epilepsy Foundation, we're going to give away a brand new Triumph. So we've got a lot of things going with Rick and promotions and everything like that. He has had some epilepsy in his life, so we're going through that part of it. But he's going to have a poker run, and got a real nice motorcycle to give away where we're selling at Pawn Stars, gold and silver, and at Freedom Cycle there tickets to win this motorcycle.
Well, that's exciting. When are you going to do this?
The motorcycle will be given away at the finish of Rick's poker run on the 5th of October at Hogs and Heifers. So.
Oh my gosh, Hogs and Heifers. That's a famous place, too.
Well, I've never been there, but I'm looking forward to it. And somebody is going to win a real nice motorcycle
That's where I meet all my wives, at Hogs and Heifers.
Back to what I was saying.
What? Well, we were waiting to hear that recipe.
I was talking to my paisan over here.
Yeah.
And he was telling me where his family was from.
I know.
And you would like to give me a recipe. You always want me to.
We were waiting. Yeah, I know.
I'm leading up to it.
You started building that thing, and then all of a sudden I was thinking, well, yeah, but I was thinking about bikes, and then I was thinking about Triumph.
All right. Mr. Garrett,
yes,
what
sir.
is your favorite Italian dish?
Baked ziti with ricotta.
Lisa Grasso makes that.
Baked ziti. I like it. It's almost like lasagna. There's a lot of
Is that what you like?
All mixed together. Nice baked ziti with the mozzarella across the top and then in the oven. Yes.
All right. Here's the recipe, ladies and gentlemen, for the baked ziti. And I'm going to give you the Italian style and the Americana style. But the Americana means the Americans, the ones that can't make sauce. All right. Anytime you make it, over the weekend I made homemade sauce. It takes 5.5 to 6 hours. It's brajol, it's meatballs, it's sausage, I don't. And you're right. I don't do the onion in the sauce. I use the fresh garlic.
No onion.
No onion. And an onion in Italian, you say jabol. That's how you say onions in Italian. Jabol. Say that, Tommy. Jabol. Now, how do you say meatballs in Italian?
Meatballs.
No, Tommy. No.
Meat the balls.
No. It's pupettos. Hey,
no. It's a meat the ball.
No, it's called a pupetto. That's how you say it. Pupettos. That's how you say meatballs in Italian.
I never heard that.
Yeah, well, you're not Italian, honey. What can I tell you? Americano. She's bruschetta calabrese, but mostly mayonnaise. So anyway, there's Joey Vespi. He came back from Italy. So anyway, what you do, when you make your sauce, For those who can make an Italian sauce, your sauce is separate from the ziti. This is how it's done. Now, for those that cannot make sauce, and I've done this before, I told everybody on the air. One day, a whole pot of sauce spot. I ran to Smith Food King. I got the ragu. You got Prego. I'm telling you something. I did it. I dropped the sauce. And I said, what am I going to do? 2 hours before people came here, I said, I'm not going to make a marinara the sauce. The meat was on the side. So what I did is I ran to Smith's, and I got myself 2 gigantic things up, because we had about 15 people. So let's say this is for dinner for 4. I got myself the large Prego, okay? Not the meat sauce, just the regular Prego. You go home, you get your oil and garlic, just a little bit, you doctor it up, you fry the oil and garlic, add the Prego to it. You must add water to that because it's too thick. Let it cook for about 5-10 minutes till it's nice and warm. Now you got your sauce. Now you get yourself your baked ziti or baked rigatoni, whatever that your heart's desire. The ziti is more or less like a penne. A lot of people have that. You boil your pasta. When your pasta is done, okay, you get yourself your tray. Now, in the restaurants, they have the little trays. But out there, it's a little bit different. So what you do is you get your big tray, and then what you do. Now, this is what I did with mine. I get a big bowl. I put the sauce in the bowl. I put the macaronis in the bowl. Then I add the ricotta, and I mix it together. Then I add my Parmesan cheese, and then I pour it in a nice, beautiful bacon pan. Then I put the mozzarella on top. Now the mozzarella is it's like the pizza cheese, but a little bit of a little bit more garlic, granulated garlic or fresh garlic. Be careful with fresh garlic because when you bite into it, it's very, very potent. So be careful you don't put too much. Fresh parsley, and I bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes. Don't over bake it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to dry out. Because when you got ricotta, you got milk and egg. I'm telling you something. If you leave it in the oven too long, it's going to dry out. And an Italian person will take one bite and they'll push the dish away and they'll walk out the door. So that's my recipe for baked ziti.
You know, the sauce secret. Are you going to a break now?
No. That's why it's my cousin Frank.
Applause for you.
That's applause.
Right on. The sauce secret. I do it all the time. I get away with this. You know, doing it from scratch is the best way. With the garlic and the olive oil and all the good stuff, and then put in the paste and all that. That's fun. But you got it nailed it right on the sauce. I get the ragu. You got the Prego, the ragu, which I don't like normally, but stick it in a crock pot and put some hot sausage in there, some hot Italian sausage, make some meatballs, throw it in there, and it tastes just almost as good as from scratch. And I get away with it. People say, well, this is a great sauce.
They never know the difference.
They don't know the difference.
They don't know the difference. I mean, we do if we go to somebody's house. I mean, we're good. Because I made the polenta, and Dr. Perry came over, and I made a nice, and I love polenta. You know, polenta is the cornmeal. It's cornmeal. But we put the red sauce on top
grits.
Of it. Italian grits. It's exactly because we were kids. We were poor. You know, when I say poor, we didn't have. I mean, it was like family credit cards. We used to go to Louis Cellini's. I say, hey Lou, my father said, give me a half a pound of salami, give me some prosciutto, give me some provolone, and he would write it down. At the end of the week, my father would go into the store and say, Louis, what do I owe you? That means he said, Louis, you owe me $15. We had credit. It was no credit cards.
Now, there you go. So you have Baked Ziti by Chef Michael. And, yes, Ron?
The big question is, do Italians like to ride motorcycles? That's what I want to know from Mark.
Well, you know something? Mark has one of the finest pieces out there. But before I say anything, Sandy's giving me a look. This girl makes coffee nervous, trust me. So I'm going to
Well, if you're just tuning in, now you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And we'll be right back with our special guests after this message.
Intertwined for all time, yours and mine.
Hi, my name is Tony May. I'm the law offices of Tony M. May PC, and I loved being on the Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael, and I love his meatballs.
Making every morning brighter. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Oh my gosh, we got a lot of guests here today. We've got Ron Garrett. Hi, Ron.
Hello, Sandy.
We've got Mark Yule.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Mark. And we've got Robert Massey. Is it Robert? No, Tom
Elvis.
You're Tom. Where's this Robert Massey thing sitting here?
Bob Massey is one of the sponsors of the vendors that are.
Okay, I don't have your name here in front of me.
How about on top of that? Right there, right below the CD.
Right below the CD.
Right below
there we go. There we go. Tom Elgus.
That's right.
There we go.
Hey, and she said it.
My fault. Well,
That was a good pronunciation, by the way.
Thank you. It says families are sealed by adoption, craft, and carnival event. Saturday, September 20th. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on this weekend. This is, it's got fun, food for the whole family, food, fun, music, and more. St. Elizabeth's Catholic Church, 1811 Pueblo Vista Drive, Lake Mead and Buffalo. All proceeds benefit Catholic Charities Adoption Services.
Correct. Oh, pretty much what happened here. My wife's a big sponsor of them.
How about a microphone?
She gave up her. She gave. I don't like to say the word gave up, but she gave her daughter for adoption. And when I married her, she told me about it, and we ended up signing her up for all the sites that you could sign up for. And about 6-7 years ago, her daughter found her, and her daughter. It's funny because they never met, never did nothing, and they're so much alike. Her daughter Micah's she's awesome. So now this is our second annual thing. Last year we did hair raisers, and this year we're having it at the church. It's a little bit bigger. We've got sponsors. We've got a carnival setup atmosphere, and we've got to guess the jelly beans. You can, for $1 you can guess the jelly beans. If you're the closest without going over, there's a $200.
1001.
Okay, well, I'm going to put you down for that one, kiddo. 1,
How big is the jar?
I can show you. It's pretty good size. It's
You can get a lot of jelly beans in those things.
Let me tell you something. There's only 2 people that know the number, and I'm surprised at that number, and it's me and my wife.
Well, Tommy have been friends for 20 years, and Tommy was in college with me, and I graduated before you graduated before me.
I graduated.
He graduated before me, and he was studying to become a brain surgeon, and I was starting to become a gynecologist. So
we ended up getting it switched.
Yeah, right. So that's how you got involved with this, because of your wife's experience, and it turned out to be a good experience for her finding her daughter, or her daughter finding her.
It's been awesome. They're best of friends, and what's even better than that is that and we don't call Helen the mother, because Helen's just the she's the birth mother, but Micah's mother and father are awesome. They're all friends, and it's like they knew each other forever.
Well, when I had my car dealership, that's how we met him. He used to have washed all the cars. Tommy would come down that's how we met. And Tommy just is the best. And I'm so glad, Tommy, that you had the opportunity to come on the show. I know you brought a lot of gifts for everybody.
I did. You're welcome to give them out as you want.
Yeah.
Yes, we have some books. So if you call 702-731-1230, that's 702-731-1230. We've got a book here by Robert Massey. That's the Robert Massey. Yeah. People get screwed all the time, it says. Yes.
That guy's really sharp.
He's a nice guy. I never had the pleasure of meeting him. He's Italian,
I was going to
that.
say, you don't really look like him at all.
He's really nice. My wife, actually, what happened, his brother has the hair shop where Helen works at, and then
that's his brother, yeah.
Helen babysitted pretty much most of the Massey.
He's a great attorney.
Yeah,
he's absolutely, he's like Dominic Gentile. He's a great lawyer.
I don't agree with him on some things because I got my own law degree, but he is a very smart individual, very smart.
And he's got all his hair.
Well, good. So now, Tommy, where do you find out about this event?
You can actually go to www.familiesaresealedbyadoption.myevent.com. That's all common spelling. I know that's a long word, so I won't spell it, but it's all common spelling.
Families are sealed by adoption.myevent.com.
That's right.
And then it's from 10 to 4 p.m. at St. Elizabeth's Catholic Church over at 1811 Pueblo Vista Drive, and that's at Lake Mead in Buffalo. So be sure and check that out this Saturday, September 20th. And we've got a lot of things going on this weekend. I'll tell you, we've got our WEMA event. It's going to be from 1 to 3, so we're smack dab in the middle of this. And then also we've got the Black and White, or White House Black Market, and WEMA are sponsoring this event for the Salvation Army from 10 to 5 p.m., which is an all-day event over at the White House Black Market. And it's in partnership for a fundraiser for the Salvation Army of Las Vegas at White House Black Market and the Aveda store at the Fashion Show Mall, which is 3200, of course, Las Vegas Boulevard. And for more information, you can call 702-697-0247. That's 702-697-0247. It says, please bring a $10 donation for Salvation Salvation Army to White House Black Market or Aveda stores and receive and it says our stylists will be ready to make you feel beautiful with our personal service experience with light refreshments, special discounts, and custom demonstrations just for you. Our mission that day is to fill the food pantry with donations from you. $10 can buy a large pallet of food for the needy in the Las Vegas area. Please be generous. Thank you, and hope to see you at the event. So we've got people are going to be running back and forth. They're going to be going over here to St. Elizabeth's Catholic Church. Then they're going to come to the WEMA event. Then they're going to go over to the White House Black Market. Right?
And then on the 19th, Catholic Charities has another event. But I do want to say this is specifically for Catholic Charities adoption services.
Right.
So I did want to
yes, because they have a lot of different things that they're supporting.
They do. They have housing. They do.
You know, Tommy, I was given away as a kid, and they stuck me into temple.
Yeah, but see, they gave him back.
A Jewish temple.
They gave him back.
Yeah, he came crawling back. They kept trying to put him away.
And an Italian family raised me in Philadelphia, and I never knew who my mother and father was. And then I found out who my mother and father was. It was Frank Sinatra. And
Sammy Davis Jr.
Sammy Davis Jr. Oh no, and Sophie Tucker. How you like that?
There you go.
That's Sophie Tucker.
I can see the resemblance.
Yes.
Thank you, bud. Thank you.
Well, Ron, you know, you called me about bringing on Mark Ewell, and
Yes,
you
did.
said you really wanted to bring him on because you wanted to talk not only about what they're going to be doing with the Pawn Stars, but of course his shops that he has in Reno and Las Vegas.
Well, Mark is involved with that. We talked about
Yes.
that, the motorcycle giveaway. But more importantly, maybe not more importantly, but as an
Well, it is important
to add
because
to
he's
it,
been building this, you know,
Mark's
for years.
been there only
yes.
26 months. He's got this
Well,
great
here in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas, he's got this great motorcycle shop, but he sells more than just Triumph motorcycles. He has the what are they, Mark?
We got Italiano bikes, Vespa, Piaggio,
Oh!
Gusta.
That's what I wanted to bring up. The Italian bikes.
Vespa, you know.
Moto Guzzi.
Moto Guzzi is not one of our lines, but
Oh.
Vespa,
Take that
Piaggio,
back.
Envia, Gusta.
So you have the real Vespas.
real
Oh, I want to
Vespas.
come over and see them. You know, I mean, Michael has one, and he's been saying that I should get one so that we can go riding along in the streets. But now, tell me about this. Don't they have just small motors, or can you get different size motors in them?
Well, they go from 49cc up to 500cc. So I mean,
Oh,
there's
that's a big
100
range.
mile an hour scooters if that's what you want.
Oh my gosh!
Little
Isn't
different
that a
than
lot?
our,
Isn't that a
roller
lot for
skate
just a
ones
little
that we had.
Vespa? I mean, wouldn't that be too
I got the
fast?
Vespa. What I have, you know, it's spin off, and it's gorgeous. But it's a 49cc. You know what I mean? And it's just adorable. But I got a Harley Davidson. You know what I mean? And Sandy, I got her on the back of it. I took her. I said, "Come on, let's take a ride." We went because we live in Canyon Gate. We went from our house to the gate. She said, "Take me back home."
Well, it only goes, like 30 miles an hour.
No. I'm talking about the Harley Davidson.
Oh, the Harley.
that's
yeah.
different.
Yeah. Well, you know, the reason is because it's got the seat that comes up like that behind him, and so I'm
Yeah.
sitting way up here on top, and I'm just, perched up there, so I can just put my hands on his shoulders, and it feels like I'm going like this. I can't like grab onto him. I'm used to being on a motorcycle where you could hold on to somebody firmly.
Well, I'll buy another one, honey.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
take a ride with me because it's my.
It's a beautiful bike. He got it from Carl Grosso.
Carl Grosso, the billionaire.
Yes. As a matter of fact, Carl's going to rent one, and then you and Neil Campanaris.
Art, my attorney.
And,
I love him. I have to
Carl
have
Grosso
me. I got to have a
are
lawyer
gonna
with me at
go
all
riding
times.
up to Mount
He's shaking
Charleston.
his
Yeah,
head. This
next
guy's
week.
shaking his head.
Yeah. Do you rent bikes also?
We do have motorcycle rentals. We rent Vespas, and we have 24 new Triumphs that we rent, different models.
Now tell me about the Triumphs. Now, I know my dad had a Triumph, a little TR4 Triumph, when I was little, and I loved that car. It was so adorable. But now the bikes.
The motorcycles have been in production since 1902. It's an English company. They're made now in Hinckley, England, which is 2 hours north of London. I've been to the facility. It's absolutely wonderful. Triumph's on the move. It's one of the motorcycle companies with the most growth through all the recessionary times of any of the motorcycles, including the Harley Davidson product, which is big. You're not going to get rid of its American icon. So
What do you
Triumphs
sell
are
that
awesome.
car for? What do you sell the Vespa for? What's your brand new? What's it run?
Vespas run from $35.99 is the MSRP on the Vespa.
3,500.
The 49.
Yes.
You mean
To-
49
yeah.
cc?
49cc.
Nothing like those Chinese bikes, though, that
Well,
you buy for
that's-
$100.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
showing, there's his picture of his little knockoff
yeah,
there.
that's a nice bike.
See that, Michael?
Well, he's added some chrome. And
Yeah, I kind of South Philadelphia it up. But I go like at nighttime around the neighborhood. It's so adorable for me. I just got to kick. I got to tell you something real quick, and I know because we got something. Sandy's got a lot to say to everybody. There's a certain magic with a motorcycle. Okay,
Yes, there is.
You have to. When I get on back, my lawyer and I, every Sunday we'll go out for breakfast. He picks me up, and we make the loop on where the hell's it at? I go every Sunday.
Red Rock.
Red Rock. When I get on back of that Harley or that bike or whatever, there's such a freedom. I had the same feeling as when I drove my bike, when I had a boat. It's a great feeling. It's a freedom I can never possibly tell you. You feel you're on one and one, like you're actually flying. You know, and I did have the pleasure at the Triumph, and I got to tell you something. If I ever get rid of this bike, I will definitely buy the one that you, because they
yeah,
are.
like I said, my birthday's coming up, Michael.
Honey, I would get you one. You won't do it. It's going to sit in the garage. You ain't going to touch it.
No, a little Vespa. I think that might be good.
If it has less than 45, if it's 49 cc's or less, you don't need insurance. You don't need a registration. You don't need a helmet.
No, but I got to tell you
But
something.
you should wear one, though.
But with two people going uphill, though, it's a little slow.
you're in
That's
trouble,
the-
yeah.
Well, the one that I have, when I had Sandy on the back and we're going up, the bike was saying, I think I can, I think I can, I know I can.
That's like the little truck, little engine. Good.
You know, before we go to break, Mike, you were talking about attorneys. I understand. I heard from somebody that when you go to confession, you bring your attorney. Is that true?
Me? You better believe it, pal, because the priest is wired.
You know, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And we got a full house here today, and folks, you never know what to expect here. So we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
731-1230. Pick up the phone and call. We got some beautiful gifts. Come on, get on the phone.
Phone lines are open at 702-731-1230. Now, here again, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show. Wow, we got a full house today. We've got Tommy Elgas from the Families Are Sealed by Adoption Craft and Carnival event.
Yeah, Tommy.
That's coming up this Saturday, September 20th, from 10 to 4 p.m. at St. Elizabeth's Catholic Church, 1811 Pueblo Vista Drive. That's at Lake Mead and Buffalo. You can find out more about them at www.familiesaresealedbyadoption.myevent.com. So please go out and support them this weekend. We've also got the White House Black Market event that is raising money for Salvation Army, and that is from 10 to 5 p.m. out at the Fashion Show Mall at Aveda, and also White House Black Market. And just bring your $10 donation for Salvation Army. They can do a lot with that $10, believe me. Yes, we also have Ron Garrett. Hi, Ron.
How are you today?
You are back, and you know, you are a special kind of guy.
Why is that?
Very special kind of guy. You are a Hall of Fame broadcaster.
Yes.
I didn't know they had a Hall of Fame thing for broadcasters and stuff.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Well, of course, I'm new to the industry, you know. I mean, I've only been doing this a few years.
There's the Nevada State Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The Nevada, whatever it is. Yes. And I was inducted in 2002.
Oh.
And I think the qualifications for that is you need to be on the air for 10 minutes. I think that's about it.
Oh, I don't think so. I think there's a little bit more to it than
they
that.
require 25 years worth of being on the air in Nevada.
25 years.
But there was no qualification for whether you were good or not. It just had to, you had to do the time.
You know, Sandy, when he left, the last time I seen him, we were at the show at what was it at?
Was that Channel 33's party at Powell?
At Powell.
Yeah.
And when he walked by and he talked to me, I said, I know this guy. Where the hell did I meet this guy before?
And you were looking at him, you going, where do I know this guy? Where do I know this guy?
So he says to me, he said, there's a very good friend of his named Sal Cuomo.
Sal Cuomo.
Good, nice guy. Sal used to come to my house and eat all the time. And Sal was a great eater. You know, Sal loved my cooking. Sal would, because he's Italian. Sal looked like Bruno Sammartino. The guy was like a bull.
I don't know any of these guys you're mentioning. You know,
well, these are all connected.
Back East Coast guys.
These are all mob guys.
These are all mob guys.
No wonder I don't know him.
That's right.
So he'd come over and sit down. We would eat. So I said to him, he said, I went to his house. He said, Mike, I met you how many years ago?
25 years ago.
25 years ago. I said, my God.
Sounds like a good number.
But it's amazing.
And then I bumped into you once at Smith's. We were shopping over there.
Smith's.
Hey, Smith's, I love it. We love you, Smith's. Oh, yes, we do.
The one on Flamingo.
Yes. Well, we shop at
the one on Sahara and Durango, yeah.
And I got to tell you
With
something. Tom Stunick
and the gang,
gosh. they have gave us such a shot in our arm, because when you got a sponsor like Smith's, come on, for God's sake, that endorsement is incredible. We love them, but we have like the Tuscany, and I'm so happy with that. And then tomorrow's the big day, Sandy. The big day tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
What's tomorrow?
Oh, you're not singing with me? You forgot about it. What are you going to do? The San Gennaro Feast? What are you going to do?
That's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
At Sienna's Italian Authentic Trattoria.
And we got the great Jimmy Melodor, the greatest horn player ever to walk the face of the earth when it comes to
Outside
jazz.
my father, of course.
Yes, of course. Well, Dick Kastel's a different horn player.
I'm a little prejudiced.
And we got Ronnie Rose on drums, because Joey, that son of, he's in Italy. That son of a gun.
Yeah.
And we got Chad Michaels, and we got
Lou.
the Spider-Man.
That's right.
And we're going to swing out, boy.
We have some special guests. We have David DaCosta.
David DaCosta's with me all the time.
Spencer will probably join us tomorrow night.
Spencer.
Yes.
You know, CeCe Spencer is the niece of Nat King Cole.
Oh, stop it. You always say that. She's
looks
always so apologetic. She goes, no, I am not. She just looks like she could be.
She's a sweetheart.
Yes,
and we
she's
have a lot of
beautiful.
fun on Wednesday. We got the whole gang. Once again, thank God in heaven, our friends. We're always sold out every time we go to Sienna's.
I know. I understand George is bringing a big gang, and Carl and Lisa
But
Grasso
the bigger day is October 5th.
Oh, the
October
bigger band.
5th. Yes,
the bigger band. Listen to me.
The bigger band. It's my father-in-law, Dick Kastel, the greatest. He's going to be performing with the 16-piece orchestra. And on the dais, naturally, the beautiful Sandy Kastel. Okay, we got David DaCosta. We got my Goomba, Peter Pavone.
Yep.
Okay, Mark Jehovah. The guy said, Jesus, God, I'm like they're all Italians. What do you got? Hey, it's my show. I got to put my own people in. No, but nobody kid you. What a dais we got. And naturally, Jimmy Melodor. We're going to do a tribute.
And my dad.
And your dad. I'm doing the tribute. Not saying I'm going to sing, but I'm going to do a tribute to Gene Krupa and Benny Goodman. And we're going to do the full chart of Sing, Sing, Sing. Nothing like having that when you got 16 pieces. It's $35 a ticket, and it's a sit-down dinner included.
That's right.
Included. And let me tell you, you ain't getting that nowhere in Las Vegas.
That's right. You've got to call 702-360-3358.
What was that?
702-360-3358. Call the Sienna's Italian Authentic Trattoria to make reservations, because we're selling out the tickets. We only have 120 tickets, and we've already sold about half of them. Right. So hurry up and get your tickets. It's only $35. It's a sit-down dinner and entertainment with a 16-piece orchestra. Where in this town can you get that?
No place.
Nowhere.
There's no place.
Nowhere.
And I got to tell you, his
except
food is
wherever
good.
we go.
His food is good. So I said, what are you going to make? I think he's making a Marsala. He's going to give a choice.
Yeah.
He's going to give a Marsala fish or something.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the recipes. We got to get
Parmesan.
what the menu's going to be.
You guys are making me crazy with all this food
All this
talk.
food.
You know, I just came off a year of losing 63 pounds since last September.
Congratulations.
Really?
And I'm on my way to get. I promised our friend Tony Sacca that I would weigh as much as he does a year from now, which is 160. So I got a ways to go. I got 47 pounds.
Well, he's been building up his six-pack. He's been working on that.
He appeared on stage recently with the Thunder from Down Under.
I know.
At 60,
I know.
he's 63, your same age as you.
No. Tony's got 2 years on him.
He's 64.
I don't know. He don't want me to say. Tony's 51.
But you know what, Ron? You know, that's an inspiration to everybody out there. And just because of that, I want to invite you to be part of our Stay Fit and Fabulous Forever program,
you're on.
where we're doing all kinds of exercises and things. We're doing dance classes. We're doing
He's going to be on
Pilates,
television too.
doing yoga.
If it's on TV, is it on TV? Then
It's
he'll
gonna
be there.
on TV. So.
You know, Sandy, I was listening to some of your music. If I was still the entertainment director of the Sahara, like I was,
yes,
I'd be booking you right now. I wish I had the chance to do that, and I'd let you bring him along with you. That'd be all right. You know, if I was there, but I'm not any longer.
You know, everybody falls in love with his cooking, but they really enjoy his drumming. I mean, when he gets behind the band and drives that band, I mean, these guys are up there. They're panting.
Ron, you haven't seen my show, have you? You haven't.
Well, I saw your show at the Mexican restaurant that I came to that one night.
Hacienda Del Rey.
Hacienda Del Rey.
Yeah.
You know, and that day you were Sinatra and Sammy and Frank and you and Dean. You were doing everybody, and you did them well. You did them very well. I like the way you sing.
Thank you. Well, I don't consider myself a singer, believe it or not.
What do you consider yourself?
A drummer.
A drummer.
Drummer. That is my. If I had like one thing to do, honestly, in Hammer, that's basically what I do. Is I really enjoy that. And at the Sienna's, we have 2 sets of drums. I have my set, and naturally my drummer has his set. And then I would go in periodically, get in there, and I would just jump in, because that's what I really love to do the most. Because that's how I started. You know, so if I had one thing to do, they said, Mike, you got one thing you can do. You can sing, you can tell a joke. I said, give me on them drums. That's for me.
So, Ron, tell me a little bit more about your history.
Wow.
Because
Well, I go back.
Did you hear that?
I know.
I go back 45 years here in Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
I know.
I came here in 1970, almost 45 years.
I was here in '63.
See ya.
63. Well,
Yeah.
you beat me to it then. You can't be here in 63.
My dad brought us when he joined Harry James
you were
Band.
born
yeah.
in 63?
Yeah, that's
amazing.
right.
Amazing. But Mark is a Nevada native almost.
A native?
Native.
Yeah.
What
maybe
high school did you go to?
Sparks High School.
Sparks. That's
Sparks.
Reno. Yeah, that's on.
No, it's Sparks. It's not Reno.
Not really.
That's
It's
no.
It's
but
Reno's Henderson.
It's on
That's
the
favorite
north side.
rivalry.
It's on the north side. Oh, okay. I was at Rancho down here. So, yeah. So, and you lived up there for how long? I mean, you're still
My
up
life.
there your whole life. Yeah.
My family, my grandkids, my mom still lives in the house with me up there. I'm here all the time in Las Vegas.
In the 70s and 80s, he had the Pro Stock Drag team, the Yule Brothers Pro Stock Drag Racers, and you won a few championships.
That's
Yeah, we won
NHRA,
5
right?
championships,
Yeah.
NHRA. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Good
that's
fun
right.
live here to talk about it, so that's good.
Yeah, well, I have a little history with that also.
Do you?
But yeah. And David Rampey.
Yeah,
you
I know David Rampey.
David Rampey, yeah.
So that's Texas or?
No,
Where's David from?
Alabama. Piedmont, Alabama.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But I go way back to the mob days again, just like Mike. You know,
Thank
even
you
though
for bringing me back in.
we weren't in the mob. Well, maybe
I was.
We're
I
in
wasn't
the
anyway.
mob.
I wasn't anyway.
We're not in
But
the
I
mob.
hung around with those guys. At one time, I was on the camera crew at the Stardust that was shooting the Lefty Rosenthal's show,
Oh my gosh.
and I was on the camera crew, and all those guys were there. They were all there, and then we hung around with them a little bit and had a lot of fun. I had no idea who I was dealing with at the time. I'm just a kid. I didn't. I kind of thought so, you know.
Yeah.
Because hey, you Italian? Yeah, I'm Italian. Hey, come on in, you know. And that's the way Italians go. But my real name is Geratano, not Garrett. But I went to Garrett. I went to Garrett
Geratano.
because of being a disc jockey. They don't do that no more. Now they all use their real names. But back in the day, you had to be somebody else.
Well, you know, I got my little Italian story since everybody's got theirs. I got my Italian story since when I came
You got
here.
30 seconds.
I know we're just bypassing everybody today. But anyway, when I came here in '65, we lived in the back of a U-Haul truck for like 2 weeks over by Circus, and I'll never forget.
Oh my gosh.
I'll never forget. I came around the corner and I saw this little Italian guy. His name was Joey Starr, and I heard him tell my dad, "Tommy, there's no way to live like with your family. No way." I don't know. He says, I'm going to move you and you're going to own me. I don't know what my dad paid him. All I know was the next night we were living in the back of the Aladdin in the casitas back there or whatever.
Oh,
Tommy
wow.
Starr?
We lived Joey Starr. We lived
Joey
there for
Starr.
about a year. I don't know how much my dad paid or what he did.
No, Joey Starr is a very good friend of mine, and your father was running numbers for him. Just so you know.
And by the way, Tommy, that was a pretty lousy Italian accent you just did. I want you to sharpen that up a little
Hey,
bit.
tell him, Rod. Get in there,
Hey,
buddy.
even I'm better at that.
What was that? Well,
I was 4
that
years
sounded
old.
Polish to me.
I can't remember what he said. I want to tell you. No, I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know.
You said it, Tommy. What's the matter with your face?
Yeah. Hey, Mark, did you ever have any encounters like that where they came up to you and said something about, you better lose this race?
Well, I'll tell you something. When we were match racing back in the South back there, and they have pari-mutuel betting, you know, and
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, and they bet who makes it to the finish line first. There's no holds barred. So if you got a red light to win, you're not leaving that racetrack. Not quite that bad, but that was good old racing.
I don't know many Italian drag racers though, Mark.
Mine? Yeah, well, Granatelli, he's not dragging.
Hey, Biondo's. The
Granatelli
Biondo's,
wasn't
the
drag
brothers,
racing.
No.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how many Italian guys don't like drag racing? I don't think. You know,
Oh, yeah,
Dragging
they
people
have been
behind the car.
unless there was some nice.
They're the money behind, the muscle behind.
Unless there was a prosciutto and cheese
prosciutto.
at the finish line, then we go drag racing. You know?
Is that your
No,
favorite
my dad took me to the drag races out at Craig Road Speedway when I was a kid.
I've been
Remember
there.
that?
Van
Craig Road
Norman.
Speedway? Oh, yeah, when I was a kid. If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. So we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors with our special guest, Mark Yule and Ron Garrett and Tommy Elgas. Sorry, I almost messed
He's
it up.
known as Tigger. Yeah, Tigger from Buddy's Mark.
I would like to thank you, especially Sandy Kastel and Mike, the chef, Il Cuoco.
Welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends. The phone lines are open at 702-731-1230. Now, here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. You know, Ron was just saying, does Chef Michael make you say it like that? And I said, no, I started that. He goes, because, Tony Sackett makes me say it like...
Tony Sacca!
And, Ed McMahon used to say, and here's Johnny.
Well, guess what? Tony just owes me $25 for that.
He does. And I do the voiceover, and I'm the floor director and the co-producer of his television show.
And also, you're going to be the producer of Las Vegas Lifestyles TV magazine show.
I am. That starts October 3rd with Susie Celine, 7:30 in the morning on Channel 33, Channel 6.
Yeah.
You'll be with
so
us.
you can do it on two stations.
We'll be on 2 stations. Well, Channel 6 is Channel 33 on Cox.
Is that the way it works? Because
Yes.
I was trying to figure that out. Because somebody said, what is it on DirecTV?
No, DirecTV it's 33. This is where your show's going to be?
Yeah,
Can I say that?
Yeah, the same thing, yeah.
DirecTV is 33.
That's
Prism
what it is.
TV is 33.
What'd you say?
DirecTV is 33.
Prism TV.
Prism 33.
And then Cox is Channel 6.
I said Prism. It's not spelled the
yeah,
same.
CW.
And the CW and
Right.
what else? Prism. Yeah, 33 on everybody except Cox, which is 6.
It's
and
6,
then
and-
it's also a broadcast station. It's not a cable station, so you can get it on Channel 33 over the air with no cable whatsoever, with one of those little UHF antennas.
I gotta tell
Oh my God!
we-
Somebody just told me about that. Paula, I think, or
Yes.
somebody.
We chose
said
that
they're using
channel.
different
I'm being
things,
honest
yeah.
with you because it's a tremendous amount of people watch it.
Well, it's a
We looked at-
broadcast station, Michael. That's the difference. You see,
Yeah.
all these stations are not necessarily over-the-air stations.
Right.
But this one is.
They're under the air.
It's a full-power station, and you can get it if you don't have cable at all.
Chink. Thanks, you're a little late there. So, Mark, tell us again, where are your stores located?
Well, the Reno store up there, primarily down here, I'm so proud of the I-215 in South Decatur. It's right on backs up to the 215 freeway and right off of Sunset there. So it's a tremendous retail location.
That's a great location.
It's
Yeah, you
wonderful
just- yeah, right off the
visibility
freeway,
on,
yeah.
the passerbys on the highway and then on off ramp right there. So it's
So now,
wonderful.
do you have any specials going on right now for radio show hosts,
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
or for anybody out there? Do you have?
No,
any
there's all
specials?
kinds of promotions going on right now with some tremendous finance rates and some opportunities for people to still participate in summer rebate programs and lots of value-added packages. So it's
What about trading in bikes?
a very, very important part of it. I mean, used bike market is big for us, and
There you go.
You always want to welcome somebody.
Are
wanting
you
to trade
trying to
in their
tell me
Harley?
you want me to
Michael,
trade in the
yeah.
Harley Davidson on
no,
it?
no.
No, but that used bike, the trade-in thing, is a very
No, but it's good
important
to know
part of it.
because somebody might have a bike at home and they're not using it or something. Maybe they want to, and maybe because they just lost interest in that particular bike. Maybe they would get more excited about a different
sure.
bike.
Well,
and so
Sandy
they could
will
bring
tell
it in
you,
and trade
I
it
get
in.
bored. I went from within 6
Oh, my
months.
gosh,
I bought
he's always trading
7
cars.
different cars.
Yeah, yeah.
I traded this in, and I grabbed a Mercedes. I didn't want
He
that.
went
I
from a
bought the
van
Chrysler.
to
The
a
van. I
Dodge to a Chrysler, and
I-
As long as I've known you, he's always a car
So
every month.
So your address again?
It's actually
just right off the
5031 Wagon Trail Avenue.
215 in South Decatur, so
the
that's all they need
that's
to
the
know,
main
really.
thing,
What's your website, Mark?
The web addresses are freedomcyclelasvegas.com and vegasmotorcyclerentals.com. So.
Okay, great. So everybody, you got to check that out, and I'm going to be going to check it out. I want to see all the new bikes, and maybe I'll find something I like. And anyway, so now we've got Tommy, and Tommy, tell us again. Families Are Sealed by Adoption Craft and Carnival event this Saturday. Thank you so much for bringing this to our attention and for being involved in this. And they can find out about it at familiesaresealedbyadoption.myevent.com.
Very good, and thank you for my friend Michael having me on here. Very much appreciate that. Thank you very much.
all right, Tommy.
Yeah, we thank Michael for being on too.
He's nice to keep around.
He is. So thank you again for being on the show. We
Thank you
really
for having
appreciate
me.
it. And come on again anytime you have events to promote, okay? And Mark, so also tell us about what was the biggest race that you won?
Well, I won 5 championships with the NHRA.
Oh, 5 championships. So it's not just one race; it's a lot of races in a year to get the championships. Yes,
it was good, and
with your brother,
a lot of records, world record, national record holder, many different times at many different locales. We raced all the major metropolitan areas around. Never stopped to smell the roses, but it was exciting. We started off when we were very young and got through it. So wish I was still doing it. Wish I was.
And again, we're going to see you on the Pawn Stars, and you're going to be donating, or you're going to be giving away that.
Yeah, it's a 2014 new Triumph Bonneville, and we're selling tickets at Pawn Stars and at Freedom Cycle for $10. Someone's going to win a beautiful $11,000 bike for very little.
I know Michael's going to be putting money in the.
Oh yeah, he's already got his wallet out. He's already got his wallet out.
And Ron, you've got 2 shows now. You've got on Channel 6 and 33.
33 and 6 are the same station.
Yes, the same
It depends
station.
on their cable position or whatever it is, and then and what Tony's show is on
Tony
NBC.
show, yeah.
NBC and also the CW, and also in Laughlin and a bunch of other places.
My gosh, he's been around a long time.
But mostly I was concerned about getting this motorcycle given away and getting Mark on the air.
You did a good job of that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. And you've done a lot of great jobs. So thank you so much for being here today with us on Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. And Chef Michael, thank you for sharing that recipe of the baked ziti for us.
Yeah, like my father would say, Bondo salud. We'll see you next tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, forget about it.
Have a great day. Bye.
Memories